Okay, so here we're starting with multiplication of fractions, and I think the most powerful model we have for multiplication is the array. It's the one that's the most visual for me, and I enjoy visual models. And at first it might not be so intuitive, but I think I'll leave some of it to you to figure out what's going on, and other aspects which by the end of this will make perfect sense. So arrays and multiplication go together very nicely. You might be familiar with arrays for equations like this. 2 times 3, what does that equal? Well, we know it equals 6, but an array can show us that. We can go down 2 feet this way and across maybe 3 feet that way and show 2 by 3. 2 feet by 3 feet. That's 6 feet. And I can estimate what that would look like by drawing 6 tiles. First we split it in 2, it's 2 feet that way, and then split it in 3 this way. But let me move that, sorry, because I want to try to get these tiles that I'm about to create as even as possible, fairly close. Okay, so notice now we're representing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet. 2 times 3 is 6. But we can also use arrays for fractions. So if I was dealing with 1/2 times 2/3, I can use this array here to understand what's happening. I'm going to use a half and 2/3 in this model because notice 2 by 3, which is 6, is exactly what we have for denominators. It's 2 times 3, right? So we look for multiples of the multiples of the denominators of these fractions. So now we can say, okay, I want to find the area that is shaded by a half. Oh, well, I'm going to use 2. 3 is not as friendly, so let's use 2. I'm going to shade a half away down on this model, right? Half of the 2 feet. Okay, moving on. So now we want to deal with the thirds, and 2/3, well, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces, right? Here's 1, and then 2, and then 3. So we want to shade in 2/3 of that. So we go these, right? 1, 2, not that one. And we want to find where they overlap. And that's going to be our answer. It's these two squares right here. That's 2 out of 6. And that's our answer. 2 out of 6, which is just 1/3. Now what's not so obvious yet is, okay, why did we just take the area that they overlap in? That's something we'll develop in these videos, and I hope that eventually that becomes an intuitive step in this process. Thanks.